welcome to Nerdling Square, where we love nerd stuff more than you miss Blockbuster Friday. I'm Kyle.
I'm Eric.
I'm Nikki.
She came back, shockingly.
Well, actually, technically, you came to me.
Yeah, same difference. Today we're going to be talking about nostalgia, as you may have seen for like our previous videos, 90s and 2000s. But today we're taking a different spin on like toys, places, foods even. I'm gonna open it up with Nikki. We'll start with toys. What's like a toy from your childhood that isn't really around anymore?
Bro. They still make replicas of it, though. You remember when Toy Story first came out and they had the Woody and the Buzz dolls?
The original one?
Yeah. Oh, man. I used to run around the house playing with Woody and Buzz all the time.
I bet you did.
I did it from a young age.
Eric?
No, I was just thinking of the original Buzz, because remember, it's that hard classic. You could knock someone out with that. Just whack.
Oh, God. You know, I remember, what was it? Toy Story 4 came out, so, I mean, this isn't nostalgia anymore. I saw it, and I was like, I really want a Buzz. And I remember I asked my mom, at 24 years old, I go, can I get a Buzz Lightyear for Christmas? And but I was specific. I'm like, it has to be the original Toy Story one. And I wasn't gonna be like, give me any Buzz Lightyear or anything. No, she went and got me a Toy Story 4 one. I was upset. I really was upset.
You're like, this isn't the right
I'm like,
This isn't the right one.
It's not the right. I love it, thank you, but it's not the right one. Eric, you got a toy you can remember?
I got plenty of toys I remember.
I bet you do. Oh crap.
Should I do
No.
No.
It's not so much a toy, like remember when yo-yos were big, like the
They lit up and everything.
yeah, or like the ones that were like tires. Or
Yeah.
like,
Walk the dog and everything with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, do you remember those little dancing jelly beans?
Oh,
that
yeah.
collect them all?
Speaking of collecting them all and things, Tech Decks.
Oh.
You really messed with those
Oh, I love Tech
Yeah, that
Decks.
was great. Or friggin' random, but horrifying toys. The original Furbies.
Yeah.
Those things are demonic. No.
I gotta say another one for me would be, this is actually discontinued too, would be the Darth Vader voice changer mask. They
Oh, yeah.
discontinued it. Do you know why?
Was it saying inappropriate things?
No, because people were robbing banks with it. They
Legit.
didn't have their face, you couldn't see their face and they were changing their voice.
Why didn't I think of that?
We were kids.
Bro, we can't rich right now.
We could.
eBay, here we come.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty penny. I think last time I looked one up, it was like 450
Yeah.
on eBay.
No.
I'm good.
Or remember when we used to build mushrooms?
Wow.
Mushrooms?
Marshmallow shooters?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, I don't. This was more of like a girl's toy, but do you guys remember like the Skippets?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
That thing would break an ankle in no time.
That and Razor scooters, I still
Oh,
have
yeah.
indentions on my shins from those things,
My
dude.
neighbor gave his kid a Razor scooter or something like that, and whew, let me tell you,
I gave the daughter a scooter this year.
I saw.
Oh, you should have gone to shin guards.
So we fine.
No.
Learn.
Neighbor got his kid a motorized scooter. And those were still a thing when we were, kids and everything.
Only the rich kids have
Yes.
this.
I'm gonna say, I remember riding one, and it was, oh god. Yeah, I mean, they didn't go that fast. The fast as they go now.
Yeah.
I think when he got it, his daughter was like 20 miles an hour. I know. Neighbor, you know who you are. Correct me on this.
Our Mongoose, remember Mongoose?
I had a mongoose bike.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I'm gonna go with another retired toy. The Millennium Falcon disc shooter. We like the first Nerf gun ever.
I remember those,
Discontinued
yeah.
is what word I was looking for.
Those little foam discs.
Yeah, you know why it was discontinued?
Poking eye out.
No, kids were swallowing them.
So like Typecon.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
Because they weren't eating faces afterwards.
No, those are baskets.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs,
Don't
kids.
do drugs.
Our laundry
that goes for everybody. Adults, kids, teenagers, anyone. Just don't do it.
Do not advise those activities.
Ooh, I got a good one.
Hit me.
The Pokédexes, like the old ones had what?
Yeah, like the old red ones.
I never had one, but I see them a
I've
lot.
seen
Yeah.
them, Tamagotchi.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh god.
They tried to come back like a year, like earlier this year
I
actually.
was at Walmart and they had some.
Really?
They make special edition ones. I know when
Yeah.
Jurassic World came out, they actually made Jurassic Park Tamagotchis.
There's a Godzilla Digimon one coming out.
Yeah.
I was excited for that. I just
Go ahead.
it ain't a toy, but I have to ask if you guys remember inflatable freaking furniture. Remember that was like
Yes.
everything.
Oh, that also reminds me of the
The
boxing.
Rock'em
goal.
Sock'em!
Yeah.
Bro, I knocked my sister out so many times.
So proud of you.
Dude, we would get on, do you remember the moon bounces?
Yeah.
Bro, we would get on the moon bounces and just punch each other.
Oh god.
Our bright lights.
I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That brings into like connects.
Yeah.
I remember those. I mean, shit. If we're talking old, like building stuff like that, Bionicles.
Oh
Yeah, bro, those things were the bomb back in the day. Do they even make those anymore?
Nope, they're gone. And it sucks because.
They still make like books.
But they don't make
Bionicle
toys.
books?
Yeah.
No, I would not read those.
Damn, there's so many.
Yeah, and they're trying their hardest to bring something back, and it's like, eh.
I thought of one.
There was, like, at least in the last video that we all made together, though, there was like a certain magic with it, though.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have that quality with the products that they have these days, you know?
I thought of a toy, and it's a game, but it's still a toy in a sense. Do you remember those
Plug and play.
plug and plays? The Disney one.
Yeah.
And you plug had to. For kids that don't know, we didn't have HDMI cords back then. We had 3 cords we had to plug in. A yellow for picture, a white for sound, and the red was for surround sound, right? I think. It was a higher quality sound.
Sound,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we plugged them into the back of the TV, and that's how we would play. Well, the plug and plays. There were different ones. I had a Star Wars and a Spider-Man
Yeah, Spider-Man.
joystick too. It was weird. Mickey. And then I also had a Disney one too, which had it was almost supposed to be like the original Lion King.
Oh god, the original.
That and still
Brings back the memories.
the bad news.
Yeah.
I get angry. Real
Dang
quick.
it, Simba!
Real quick, all the knockoff toys. That's the one where kids are like, oh, it looks like this character. Let's get it. And then
It's not.
yeah,
Or
years
very,
later,
very bad quality made or whatever.
Dude, I don't know.
I think that was one growing up before the internet was like big.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh, dude, it looks like it. Cool. Now we're like, that's not it.
It's not it.
You know, I want to talk about a toy. It's about a movie that came out in the 90s. It's a Christmas movie, no less. And a toy that was never really a toy. It was only in the movie. From Jingle All the
Yes,
Way.
I was just thinking about that!
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man!
I was watching the movie on Christmas actually, and I was like, why the hell did we not get a Turbo Man actual toy?
Dude, Funko Pop came out with
Yeah.
Turbo Man, but it's like a full-size Turbo Man, yeah. It was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what
find
it
them on eBay now, but
It's expensive.
yeah, it is. That's
Or,
what it's
did we
called.
ever get Crimson Chin toys?
No.
Do you know how much I'd kill for Crimson Chin for Family Out Parents for those that don't?
That'd be funny though.
I would love to have one.
I don't know if you guys remember, but Pogs.
Yeah.
I need to get something else
Yeah.
now. That's all I know.
Yeah. I don't even understand half the language these children be speaking these
Now-
days.
Oh.
Someone said skibbity something the other day. I'm
What
like,
the hell
what
is
is
skibbity
like
toys?
skibbity peanut butter? Like, what is going on here?
No, it's Skibbity Riz, Ohio.
What is
Fuck
skibbity?
is
What is
that?
that? I don't know. Is it whiskey table foxtrot? Like, what the
I
heck?
guess.
I think the last thing I understood for like lingo nowadays would be lit.
That
But
I
then
think
we
that's-
said lit though too.
Yeah.
Well, that
Well,
was
that's
when
like-
we were in our 20s.
That's like their rendition of like,
Yeah.
that's fire. Because we
Yeah.
call everything fire.
But like nowadays, I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Or what is this one? It's called Sigma.
Oh,
So
Sigma.
Sigma, like
balls.
Sigma. Dude, a side note, my buddy's TikTok name is Lick My Balls.
Go follow if you want.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. Shout out.
Alright, so go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say food. Y'all remember all the tie-in food, like the fucking Pokemon Pop Tarts,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Spider-Man Pop
Fox
Spider-Man.
still make a Spider-Man, don't they?
No.
Now they're gone.
Oh.
Well, they make the flavor. It's not because I think the flavor was wild berry, and those are still around.
Dude, I wasn't big on Pop Tarts. I was more of a toaster strudel kid, man. The freaking wild berry toaster strudels.
So we're gonna talk about food, and I know they still make them, but it's not the same anymore. There's two things I can think of. First one is Lunchables. They're not the same.
Yeah.
No.
They were like, you get the same thing, but I think it's different ingredients that they use now.
Real quick, on the side of that, have you guys noticed that Kid Cuisine's gone?
That was my next one.
What?
Yeah.
That was literally my next one.
I could have sworn I saw that in the grocery store like
They-
not too long ago.
I mean,
It might only be in grocery stores, 'cause, like Walmart, I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, you remember the original box? It was blue, had the penguin on there.
Yeah, they had that brownie that never looks like a brownie.
No, but you know what? As a kid, it tasted damn good. Most of the
The
time.
good old days.
Yeah. Other foods.
Well, you brought it up, and I brought it up too. Was that easy squeeze
Squeeze
ketchup?
ketchup.
Oh man, the food coloring.
Yeah, let's do purple.
and
No.
green.
I don't even like ketchup in general. It's just like, ugh.
Bro, that made you want to eat ketchup.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what like. There wasn't a lot of nostalgia food that's not around anymore as much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So for those of you that don't know, there was another soda that came out called Bolt. Basically like Mountain Dew in a sense. But to us, well, me and Nikki, I don't know about there, it tasted better. And it was so good. And, I mean, it isn't healthy, but I probably had 2 or 3 Bolts a day.
Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, I had that when they remember they
Right.
re-released it. Yeah, that
Uh,
was good.
Another one is Surge.
Yeah.
They brought that back. Did they stop
They
again?
brought it back and then
They
No.
Burger King has it in their fountain.
Yeah, if you go to towards like Springfield, they have it at Redmond's candy
Really?
store. They have it there. Yeah, because they have like a whole wall of sodas. Yeah.
one I could think of is, and it's only I drank it. And I talked about it with you a little bit yesterday. You might remember drinking it. It was an energy drink called Laser.
Yeah.
And it was an energy drink that it had no caffeine, it had no sugar, but it gave me energy. And for those that don't know, I'm not allowed to have energy drinks or else these two will murder me. So medical problems, blah blah blah. But no, it had no like sugar or caffeine. It just had, it had something in it. Speaking of which, as Mickey opens the Pepsi, we need like drink actually. We're not sponsored by either of these, by the way.
I mean,
it'd be-
Pepsi is superior, but I'm not.
I got this.
That's a whole nother
Offset.
debate.
Bro, but I feel like even the food though just tasted better back then.
It did.
Like you can open up now, like friggin' what was it that I was eating the other day? I can't even remember. Was it chip or something like that, dude? You could taste the chemicals in
Yeah.
that food. You know, it just doesn't taste the same.
I will say, like a lot of food. You also got to incorporate the food with the place, and what I mean. So like,
You talking about Ponderosa?
oh god, it was good, but like,
Insert on the roast.
well, are they out of business?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last time I went to Ponderosa was the one towards Six Flags.
Yeah.
That place. Is
I went to one in Arnold. We're dropping a bunch of towns and cities from where we are. We live in Missouri, just to let all of you know.
Misery, get it right.
Funny enough, most of the towns in this state are in different states, so they can be like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. But no, yeah, I remember Ponderosa was good, but I was thinking like, you're a kid and you go to McDonald's, you get a Happy Meal. What do you do after you go eat?
McDonald's play place.
There is, I haven't seen one in like 3 years.
There's one over on.
Okay.
Oh, there still is. Bro, I got into so many brawls up in that big
Yeah.
playpen. Like, no, I'm steering the little thing that goes up and down.
Speaking of play place, when they had the 64s or games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you'd
oh
be
my
fighting, you'd
God.
be fighting kids then. for
Yeah.
that. I remember, and I think it's still around. It's just not there anymore. It's Chuck E. Cheese.
There is one in St. Peter's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you don't like you remember all the commercials we would see about Chuck E. Cheese or whatever.
he got skinny.
He got skinny. He gave death too because he was animated back then.
Yeah.
They put all the chemicals in the pizza so you wouldn't eat it.
Exactly.
Or,
I don't remember Incredible Pete. So this might be
Yeah.
only a Missouri thing.
It's
I'm not
Pizza
sure.
Ranch now.
yeah.
It used to be called Incredible Pete. I still have a card of that,
I don't think you can cash it in.
I don't think, no.
I think I actually still have Chuck E. Cheese coins.
Now, it might not work because I think they switched to a card now.
Probably.
Yeah, but like that's the thing though. It's like you could go out and it's like, oh yeah, let's go to this place. And that's where you like. Remember when Pizza Hut used to be dine in?
Yeah.
They still have one. They actually have one out here. Where
And there's one in
Yeah.
Fenton.
And in
that you
Lincoln
can dine
County.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just it used to be like the main thing that Pizza Hut did.
Yeah.
But I also remember, and everybody will remember this store. Every kid loved it, even though it was so goddamn expensive to buy something. Toys R Us.
They actually brought them back.
They're in,
They
like,
have them in Canada.
well, they're also in, what, JCPenney?
Macy's.
Macy's.
Oh, Macy's has?
Yeah.
Yes, they're inside Macy's. But I mean, I miss the standalone Toys R Us.
Yeah. Those are all in Canada now.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Canada. Just for the store.
Just for the store.
Just for the store.
Alright.
Cultural diversity would be a really good one too.
Yeah.
Blockbusters.
Oh, yeah, that's what we started the video
Or
with.
family video.
Yeah.
You go right next door to Marco's Pizza and get pizza.
Yeah.
Yep. And I remember those days. Mom and Pops would take you to the Blockbuster. You'd get the new release,
Yeah.
and you'd just sit there
You
eating
have the
popcorn.
weekend for it, or
Yeah.
if you're getting a game, you have exactly the weekend, and it has to
You
go
gotta
back.
beat it in the weekend.
And it has to go back Sunday, 7 o'clock, right before they
Yeah.
close.
These kids know nothing about speedrun games.
Yeah, you want to talk about speedruns in one of the last videos.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Alright, Mama, starting this game, don't bother me.
Exactly. Wow, shit. There's also, you know, if we're talking about games real quick, this isn't really a place. It's more of a thing and or a website. It would be GameFly. And it's not the same anymore. Remember GameFly?
I thought you were gonna bring up like Club Penguin.
No.
We didn't talk about multiple words. Cold Penguin here.
Love of the
It's coming up now. Sorry, we don't know how to talk anymore. But no, GameFly. It was basically where you rent games and you can keep them as long as you want. You can have a list and everything. It's like a subscription. Think of, I guess, like Netflix. Remember how Netflix used to be, by the way?
Yeah.
Where instead of it being a streaming service,
They
you would,
sent you
they would
the
send you things. It'd be the same thing.
I still have like 4 DVDs from that.
Yeah. Hopefully Netflix doesn't watch this.
Yeah.
There we know who you are. We can try to find
I'm
you.
gonna go in the comments and put hashtag Netflix. Tag them in it.
Oh God. Anyways, Nikki just brought up it. I mean, it's a game, and we will talk about it still. It's fine. It's called Penguin.
Or like any of those online ones, like
RuneScape.
RuneScape or
Club
Penguin.
Penguin was so dirty. What are you talking about?
I mean, I know. I used to have RuneScape sex when I was a kid.
God.
Well, 14.
Did that?
So, and this is going to our age. Internet was just now becoming big.
Like massively big. Like
Wait.
AOL was still a thing. But
The startup.
Hey, Mama, get on the phone real quick.
no one get on the phone. I want to play my game.
You should use that sound for the intro.
Oh God. But yeah, there's.
Do you remember Omegle?
That just shut down like last year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Excuse the washer sound in the background.
And it had to chime in, and we were talking about his old great grandpa.
Yeah, great grandfather.
But oh my, like there's. I mean, we might as well just talk about websites now since we've said Club Penguin and Omegle.
Newgrounds.
Yeah, Newgrounds.
Bro, forget all that. What about MySpace?
Oh my God.
Hey, real quick.
Has anyone talked to Tom?
Yeah. Tom, you doing okay, buddy?
Oh my God, dude. And you know the funny thing was, like MySpace was such like it was the hottest thing,
Yeah.
and then overnight it was just Facebook eliminated MySpace.
Your page song.
Yeah, oh my God, bro. I didn't want to get it. I want to look up my old MySpace. It's
I
such-
think it's still active. Not your page. I think the website itself is still active.
You can find us at MySpace.
We'll be there. I got one. It's kind of like MySpace, but this one just shifted into something else. It's now called Meet Me, but years ago it was called My Yearbook. Does
It
anybody remember?
was forever ago though.
That was basically Facebook for kids.
the last time I used
Well,
Meet Me was like Fudgy Bunny. It's probably every bit of 8 years ago because that's where I met a certain somebody.
The fuck is a fudgy bunny?
PG, okay.
I'll keep it PG after you went ham
We're
with
about
freaking
20 minutes
after
in.
you went ham with freaking Club Penguin and baloney.
I'm gonna hold out.
How many have you eaten?
But no, like my yearbook, what it basically was basically Facebook / MySpace for kids. You could play games, and in the games you earned in-game or in the website currency to customize your page. Basically, it stole that idea from MySpace. I won't lie. They stole it from Tom.
Yeah.
But
It did Tom dirty.
yeah, they did. Wonder how I'm really worried about Tom.
We should set it on an SOS.
Yeah.
Tom, if you're watching, heads up.
Wink twice if you need help. No.
Do it in the comments. Do 2 winks if you need help.
Oh
We're
my
talking
gosh.
about Farmville.
Oh my god.
Or,
Mafia.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mafia Tycoon. No, not Tycoon.
You're
That's
playing
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
I know we were talking about the Mafia one. It was like Mafia Wars or something like
Yeah.
that. Those were addicting. Farmville's still active. Apparently, I heard a rumor that there's only one user active on it right now.
Bro, can you imagine how pimped out their farm is?
Right.
Like,
If we're gonna go old games, and it's still a thing, and I know we said we just do things, places, foods, but we're already off on a tangent. Clash of Clans.
never played it.
Really?
Yeah.
I was in a clan with my family. It was, yeah, and
So
my
it's
stepmom still plays it.
So it was a cult.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or,
What website or game isn't a cult at this point?
Fair.
you're talking about the skibbity toilet crap.
Skibbity bibbity toilet. Bro, he's
I was talking to a teenager about VHSs,
oh.
and they're like, "What is that?" And I'm like,
Bro, I wish I actually have a boob tube just for
your VHS
old games. Oh no, I can't find a VHS player anywhere, dude.
You know what I mean? What,
I just want ones for family videos.
Yeah.
Back then, we had these big camcorders with like video, like big old tapes in them that we put all of our family videos on. I would love to watch those, dude.
I just thought of a store.
Uh-huh.
Radio Shack.
Oh, bro,
Circuit
I would
City.
get lost in Radio
Circuit
Shack.
City. Oh my god.
Oh, the dude, I feel like Best Buy is going out though.
That was like Best Buy's the next
They
one.
got rid of all their physical DVDs, which made me
Didn't
sad.
they get rid of the CDs too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And for kids that don't know what a CD is, well, we used to listen to music.
It's a disc that you put in a hole.
And then back then we had binders about this big full of CDs.
It was all just the co-pilot that had to file through the CDs.
Mind you, you're like 10 minutes away, like, hold on.
And that was the thing that was like, it's so nice, like kids nowadays have the convenience of just being able to go to like Spotify or Apple Music and be like,
Yeah.
I want to listen to this one song that's a banger from this one album, where we were like, had the whole binder, and the co-pilot was like, hey, put on this song, and then you pop it out and
Page
put the next
12
one in.
is number 6. It's going to be track 5.
You've got a whole freaking like directory in the front of the binder just to find
God.
the CD.
Wow,
Oh,
that,
man.
right there, that makes me feel
Bro,
old.
I got one. Livewire.
Oh.
Bro, burning discs for all your sweethearts.
Yeah.
Real quick, for anyone wondering why PCs are so expensive, it's because of our generation.
You're welcome.
We killed them very quickly.
I got one, and it's more of just, you're sitting on your computer and you're listening to music or whatever. It's called Project Playlist. You just looked up random songs and you play them. You have your own playlist and everything. You have an account, but you don't have to buy anything. Thank God.
Bro, we never bought anything. We stole everything.
Well, don't incriminate
That
us.
was the glory of being in like the age of when the computers were popping
So
off.
for any young kid that's on like any social media, and then it's like a video of a guy going, seeing on the price of the stream service, and he goes, "All right, back to
Words? Private?
no, piracy." I can't
Oh,
talk.
Piracy.
Yeah, it's because of us.
Hi.
Because we didn't like to pay the full price. Oh, remember
Yeah,
that
pay full
in the
price, yeah.
beginning of movies, they talk about
No, no.
piracy is illegal.
So yeah, if you go to watch say a movie from like say 2002, DVD or VHS, whatever it is, at the very beginning of the movie there will be an FBI warning,
Warning, yeah.
and that I think it was you get fined $10,000 or $15,000 if you were to record that movie say on your phone or with a camcorder and sell it on your own because you were basically stealing from the actors and
Or you
Right.
just go to the sketchy guy in the corner that has the DVD.
I'm pretty sure I have a bootleg version of the first Transformers in my movie case. Oh, the good old days.
Literally, there was always that one guy that was like down the street. He's like, man, you want to see the
Bro,
latest
but
movie?
it's so awkward though too because you'll be watching the video and then all of a sudden someone goes or someone stands up in the theater.
Man, it's just
Sit
getting
down!
I watched something with my dad not too long ago. I think it was Black Widow. It was before. Now this is not old generation, of course, but it was Black Widow. He somehow got a copy. He's like, a buddy of mine gave it to me. I'm like, okay, watched it. Someone stood up and I'm like, Dad, where'd you get this? He's like, my friend gave it to me. I'm like, oh God.
We listen and we don't judge.
I love that. We listen and we don't judge.
Alright. Does anybody have any more to add?
Oh God, I mean, we could sit here all day.
Bro, we could shoot the shite for ages.
I mean,
Good.
It was the good old
Alright,
We still have time. We can go a little bit longer.
here's one, and this isn't really just, it's a nostalgia thing because of our parents. Turning the back light on in the car while they're driving.
Oh, they always say, oh, you can't do that. You'll get pulled over.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't. It's just distracting to
Yeah.
us now
It-
as we drive.
I remember doing it once and getting yelled at, like, turn it off, you're gonna fly us off.
I'm a NASCAR driver.
I know. Scares the hell out of me every time.
NASCAR to pick up.
Oh, God. Just run over people.
Don't tell me the good times.
I
Speed bumps
know.
10 points.
Oh God. Okay, so just to clarify that now, because that's a game that we all played as kids
Or,
too.
or slug bug.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, we went out the other night. We're driving through town, and I have not seen a bug like what is it? Volkswagen bugs in forever. And all of a sudden, like 2000s nostalgia rolled around the corner, and then I went freaking cold cocked my friend. I'm like, slug bug! Oh man, and it was in the banana yellow too.
It's always
So-
the banana yellow.
I don't know about the viewers at home, but I know the three of us, especially with my mother, I think we all noticed this. We'd play a game, and we would never go act in it, and it's just we're all twisted like that. Say you're driving through Walmart's parking lot or whatever, and you got grandma and friends or whatever in front of you walking slower than hell. Someone in the car would clearly have 10 points each, meaning if you run them over, you get 10 points. I have a story.
Oh God.
You both know the story. So, years ago, playing this game, me and a friend of mine.
Real quick, twisted minds, forgive us. Just a warning.
Anyways, me and a friend were going with my mom to pick up some furniture. We were going through this neighborhood, and there was these kids riding bikes or whatever around by the car, and they drove away. One kid wasn't paying attention, got in front of my mom's car. My mom slammed on the brakes. When she slammed, she didn't hit him, technically.
Insurance doesn't help.
The car rocked, and she knocked him off his bike a little
Bro, you told that kid's bike.
No, he's fine.
You should have paid.
Give him, get out, get
Get bike
$5.
fine.
Here's
He
$20.
just fell off
This
the
never
bike.
happened.
Anyways, before we had, collided with the kid, my buddy who was in the car goes 15 points each. So, after, I get out, I check on the kid, him and the bike were okay. The chain was still there. He rode off, he was fine. We get back in, we load the furniture in my mom's car. We're leaving, my buddy looks at my mom afterwards and goes, so Mom, you got 15 points, what are you going to spend them on?
Jesus.
And that was the story of how my mother got the first points in the game ever.
Back in the good days.
I feel like we all did like really dumb things. Like I feel like nowadays kids are a lot less risky.
Dude, you want to know the riskiest thing, and this isn't like just. I guess it's nostalgia from like for me personally. But when Twilight came out, dude, that there was such a craze. I was in the craze, loved it, and it. Bro, Team Bella or Alice, duh. Okay. I don't want no shiny nippled vampire. Like, come on. No, but I remember this is when they used to do like midnight releases, all right? And it was me and 2 or 3 of my other friends, and we're like, man, our parents won't let us go. So we went, and she lived in my backyard. I think I know, you know who it is. It was Courtney. Yeah. So we go up there, and we're all chilling, and we made this plan. We're like, okay, we're going to wait for the parents to go to sleep, and we're going to steal the car. Sure as shit, we all steal her mom's car. But here's the kicker. We wait, everything goes smoothly. We get to Manchester Walmart. We get our DVDs. We get back in the car, and she backs up into one of the light posts.
Oh, no.
And we're like, shit, what are we going to do? Next day, we told her mom that it was a hit and run on the street.
So I want you to know you're incriminating yourself and Courtney.
That's what it's years
No
ago.
last names, you don't know me.
Exactly.
I didn't drop my legal.
Damn, dropped her full of government.
Government name.
Yeah. I want to hit all of us with the nostalgia. It won't be 90s, 2000. I mean, it was considered then, but
Midnight releases.
yeah, I would say this happened. That they pretty much stopped it after or during COVID.
Yeah. I remember.
It's still nostalgia in my opinion.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it was Halo 3. GameStop was literally right around the
Didn't
building.
we go to that one?
No, me and you went to Injustice.
We went to a Halo one too because you sat in the pod.
Halo 4.
Yeah.
Because that was the day I got Halo 4 and a WWE game all at
Yeah.
once.
Dude, there was people would wrap around like they'd have chairs. We'd all talk. We'd go get snacks. Like they give so much free stuff away.
Yeah.
Like
My favorite were Pokemon ones because we would all like bring our like DSs and stuff and just sit there.
oh my
I like
God.
fighting games, so like Mortal Kombat or Injustice. And I remember me and you and a buddy of mine were gonna go pick up Injustice 2 for me. Like y'all just came with me, and they were having a tournament. I remember I practiced for like a week. I mean I finished 4th out of 20
That's
people.
not bad.
No, I just and the top prize was a clock. That's all it was.
A clock?
It was a digital Injustice 2 clock. That's it. And I don't want it. It was gonna get broken anyways, honestly.
You probably would have tossed it across the room.
Yeah. God damn it! Stupid clock. Alright. I think we covered a lot, and I'm sure we can, you know,
Oh,
Part
keep
2
going.
would always be down the road.
It could be down the road. It could, you know, it just depends. It's always a scheduling thing with everybody too. But I think we talked about a lot. We did branch into like websites, which wasn't even on the list. Huh?
Heavily. It's nap time.
It is nap time. So, well, I'm sorry, Bob, not welcome. I'm tired. See, I'm tired. Thanks for watching our episode today. Remember, we are the Nerd Squared, where we like nerd stuff more than you like Friday Night Blockbuster. Until then, have a good one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
And what's your favorite thing?
Yeah, and
Exactly.
tell us what you would like to hear, so that way these guys get a couple more ideas, you know.
I mean, we got ideas. I won't lie. We have ideas.
But it's always nice to hear what
Yeah.
people want, you know.
But until next time, guys.
Peace.
Peace.